Warning, this video is only for 14 and up, and if you're under, please leave this video because I will not be accused of something I don't want to be accused of. Please, if you're under, leave the video. Stories go through the air. You can listen and you cannot. But stories are here to help. Understand what is right and what is wrong. But sometimes stories can do the opposite. There's no right or wrong. You have to form your own opinion. But that is not what you're here for. You're here to listen to this silly little god of this channel. Listens to his mind going on about his stories, about the different worlds where he's traveling to, and where he can make some small different in a timeline. Welcome to the Blue Mask What If channel. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys will enjoy my video, and let's begin. Hello everybody, and I know I'm recording this on Friday. Well, almost, it's like 40 minutes until it's, well, later than it should be. But I'm recording this as, well, very late than I usually do, because I have no idea what the fuck I should do. So I decided to put out Season 2 Part 3 of this series. So I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Where we last left off, Cranel, or Bell, has just... I'm so sorry. Has just thrown a, well... Not a bottle, not a flask, a mug at, well, little Luan, sorry, the little Palom shit Luan from the Apollo Familia. So right now, something is happening in the Hostess of Fertility that Bell and some of the others has had their hunter's feeling going off. So yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy this video, and let's begin. We are outside of the Hostess of Fertility, looking inside of the beautiful tavern when a, well, man was thrown out of the tavern, landing on the ground, knocked out. This was Luan having a bottle right in his face. And a fight is breaking out inside of the Hostess of Fertility. But it's very contained. After Bell threw the, well, not bottle, but a mug at Luan's face and hitting him outside of the Hostess of Fertility, 6 other members of the Apollo Familia, being around level 2s and 1s, stood up and started to, well, try to punch Isugu and Lucy. Both of them stood up from the chairs and stepped a little way away from, well, their partners. Isugu dodged one of the punches, with the man punching from his right hand up towards Bell's head, but Bell grabbed the arm and just threw him over his shoulder and just landed on the ground, keeping a foot on him when another one tried to punch him in the back of his head with 2 of his fists together, trying to slam a downwards double punch into Bell's head, but Bell, well, just when he was in the air, felt it and pushed him back, and the man stepped back a little. When Bell started, well, taking the man down that had the the man that just punched at Belle with his right hand. Lucy stood in front with the man trying to kick Lucy in the face, with her grabbing him and just throwing him over her shoulder. The man tried to kick from the left foot. Yeah, left leg, tried to kick into Lucy's head, but she grabbed him with her right hand near his foot and her left on the knee, grabbing him and just turning around and slamming him into the ground, punching the air out of him and making his left leg just hurt like a bitch. No, wait, grab, turn around, and... No, he landed on his stomach with his head on the floor, broken nose, but knocked out. He was the first one to be knocked out. Blonde is still conscious. With another man trying to, rush forward with... the only man that actually... grabbed a plate and threw at Lucy, with her grabbing the plate and throwing it into the man that was there, knocking him and two of his friends back, but that accidentally, landed them in more trouble. Let's just say that. The man that Belle pushed landed on the ground and stood up immediately. When he did that, he went forward again and trying to hit Belle with his right knee up until Belle's crutch, trying to get a sneak attack. Belle just, when he saw that, grabbed the guy's knee and just headbutted him, knocking him on the ground, knocked out at this point. The three men that Lucy, the one man Lucy threw the blade back and hitting him in the head, knocking him into two of his members that tried to rush at Belle, knocks into two demi-human people with having a monster hunter's armors on. These are two members of the not Loki familia. These are two members of the Hestia familia. These are reference names and kind of looks like the characters, but not actually is. Make sure of that in your minds. These are Moog and Morgoth, the two Omen brothers from Elden Ring reference here. I played a lot of it, and fucking hell. So yeah, the three men knocks into Moog and Morgoth. Oh shit, isn't Moog the Lord of Blood and Morgoth the King of Liurni? Yeah, I think they ran into if it is right, a horn beast guy, a horn beast, a ram, a sheep with horns, or a goat with horns. And the three men knocks into him, making him that was just drinking his drink, knock his face into his food. With one of the other, two of the men knocking into Morgoth, making him land face into his food and spilling his drink. With his brother getting hit by the other one, not get hit by the other one, but the man landing in the other brother being Morgoth. Yeah, Moog, the Lord of Blood, right? Fuck. Shit. Yeah. Son of a bitch. Sorry about that. Moog is... So I was right. It's Moog, the Lord of Blood, and Morgod. So Moog was the one that got hit by the two men, slamming his face into his food and spilling his drink. With Morgod being the one, his food being the man slamming into his food and spilling, well, just destroying it, and also Morgod was, well, spilled his drink. So he just the man just destroyed his food, with the two people just looking at the Apollo Familia. With Isugu seeing this, saying, "Ah, shit, they're dealing with the Ram brothers now." With Lucy seeing this and, sorry, Morgod. The two men looked at Isuku and Lucy, seeing them, and seeing the men and hearing about it, and wanted to interfere, but the other two had it at that point. "It's fine, don't worry about it." We see Moog, well, cleaning up his face. I will describe them because there probably come some characters that would show up. Moog is a guy that uses a insect glaive that has more with fire element uses in them. He has that with a I would say the Black Flame monster. I have forgotten its actual name, but the Black Flame monster. That one is his armor set. With more God using a katana with, he's like, oh, that was a hard one. His clothes is more, and he has golden. So I will say he uses paralyzing or lightning weapons. In between those two, he would probably shoot. Sorry, I will just try to find some armor when I'm telling this. When the two brothers stood up to grab the four other men, Mamma Mia looked at them. "Don't destroy my bar." The two men looked at her and nodded at this. Moog grabbing, well, two of them by their hair and walking over to the door, with Moog grabbing them by their back of their necks, two of the men, and walking out as well, with Belle and Lucy following them. Give me a second. No, I don't want World's armor. I want Wild's armor. Shoot. Sorry. With Moog and Morgard getting the three men. So yeah, there was not two that was grabbed by each of them. Moog grabbed two of them by their hair and pulled them out, with Morgard grabbing the man by his back of his neck and following his brother outside as well. Okay, I found the armor set. What would he use? With both of the brothers walking outside, Izuku and Lucy following them, with another man walking outside as well. Ooh, that one is better. Okay, it's a new set. Let me just... From World, by the way. It's a new set from World. Let me just copy that in. What? And let's change that back to the language. Copy that in. Shit. Sorry. Okay. I don't think it's perfect, but the harm gamma set. And I think that looks actually perfect. It's not a perfect replica, but it... Okay, the two brothers get two newer sets. Like I said, Morgoth gets the... No. The hard gamma set, and Morgoth gets the set, and Moog gets New Ugra gamma set. Those two, if you look them up, you can kind of see why I chose them. So the two Omens has their helmets off, but has their armor set on. Izuku and Lucy went outside with another man following them, also having a Apollo uniform on. Both Lucy and Belle was on the street, seeing that Moog and Morgoth threw the three guys together and just slammed their heads. So they're outside with the man walking out. I expect that my members will be alright. Izuku turned around to look at that man and saw that he had an arrogant face. Great, it's an arrogant guy. What was that? I don't give a fuck who you are. If that's your member, control them when they insult other people, other people's familia and goddess. Why, you? The man walked forward as fast as Izuku could tell at level 3. With him punching Izuku in anger and did it twice. Well, hit him from the right, then the left, and then from above. And did the same thing twice before trying to grab Izuku's neck. But getting grabbed himself. And, well, getting his arm grabbed and then grabbed by his neck and just lift off from the ground a little more. Okay. That little bit of a scratch. But listen here, you fucking insulting person. You must be the captain of the Apollo Familia. Your Familia tried to fucking kill one of my members of my Familia. If you and your Familia doesn't apologize, I hope you get ready. Is that a threat? It's a promise. Because my goddess don't actually give a shit about the powers. She's a goddess that's with the Hunter Guild. She respects things. So, if you don't want to get fucking humiliated, I think you should leave. Belle threw the guy on the ground and walked back into the hostess of fertility, with, well, Lucy, Morgoth, and Moog doing the same thing. But after a few minutes, Moog grabbed the two other men that was knocked out and threw them outside. Wait, Lucy grabbed the guy and slammed him on the ground, with another one throwing a plate that she grabbed. Belle had another one slammed on the ground, and Izuku grabbed a guy that he knocked out with Moog, and Moog doing the same, throwing them out as well. After a few minutes of every customer seeing this, Izuku sat back on where his table is, with Moog and Morgoth doing the same as Lucy, with, well, Belle putting some few values. Sorry we did that, Mamma Mia. It's fine, you didn't do that much damage, so I'm totally fine with it. But don't do that again, kid. Same for you two as well. The two men raised their hand and said, "Aye." We can also see one of the waiters walking over with the two Ram brothers asking for, a new, the same dish but new. After a few minutes of talking and doing tomfoolery things, not Lucy. Wait, yeah, it's Lucy, right? Yeah, it's Lucy. Yeah, it's Lucy. Sorry, I totally forgot. Belle and Lucy. Belle had his girlfriends. They're all of 6 of them walks outside of the hostess of fertility, walking over to their sacred and riding away. Belle spotting that none of the Apollo familia was there. Coming back to his familiar home, he sees his uncle and dad in front of the gates. Belle stops and got off his sacred, with his partners doing the same. Harihime grabbing the range of Belle's sacred and Lily grabbing Lucy's one. We heard that story from the brothers. We're sorry, Father. We got angry when they started insulting Hestia. And that's fine. But we are gonna get in trouble. You understand that, with the Apollo Familia. Well, we are gonna get in trouble anyways because they didn't apologize for almost killing some of our members. If they didn't have to apologize, if they didn't apologize back then, I understand. You don't have to talk about. So that was the feeling we had. Yeah, I'm kinda confused. Tyona speaks. What is this monster feeling? Okay, I will just break a little character here so you guys can understand why I said this. Okay, this is just in Monster Hunter World. In Monster Hunter World, when you are fighting a monster, when you see at your health bar, when you are about to be hit by an attack, I always notice that it's always starting to freak the fuck out, like it's warning you of an attack. Editing Blue Mask here, and I need to say, I'm completely wrong, by the way. The rant you're gonna hear is completely wrong. It's when you're losing mostly health when the bar is starting to freak the fuck out. It was my fault. That doesn't happen, and I want you guys to make sure that you understand that I made a mistake. This is not in the video game. If if this version of me, the editing one, finds out this is wrong, yeah, okay, there's a lot of things I need to do. So no, uh, it's not in the game. So ignore my rant and yeah, enjoy the video. When you're looking at your health bar, it freaks out when you're about to get attacked, or if you dodges or is not in the fighting range. It's just calm at that point. That's what I mean with the hunter instinct. When you see that in game of Monster Hunter Wild, when it freaks out and everything else, in the canon version, that is the hunter's scent, or yeah, a kind of warning system for hunts or anything else troubling coming around. Like, if Bell knows that a monster is gonna be attacking him from behind, he has a feeling but doesn't know what is gonna happen. So he can dodge aside somewhere. So he can dodge or anything else or block it. Same as the other hunters. This is a feeling that has to be learned into you. And that takes probably a year or two for a regular human, but it probably can be learned quicker when you're an adventurer. So, this is just me explaining why I introduced this. Back in canon. You have felt it before, and I have noticed. Do you remember a feeling where a monster is gonna be attacking you from behind? A monster attacking me from... Oh, you mean that little warning bell that is coming into my head every time? Yes, that kind of situation. We have talked to, Finn about this with the Monster Hunter, sentence. He has explained that he has, actually figured that out when he got warned by an attack by me. He's older and more experienced, so it only took around 2 months for him. But others has been learning it. Oh, wait, why didn't it freak out with me and eyes though? That is because you are not part of our familia. Everyone had that feeling about a warning. But it seems it freaked out. It didn't freak out to us. But it seems that Belle and Lucy had that. Yeah, and we're sorry. No worries, you are not in trouble. But you will be punished. Fuck. No hunting an actual monster for a week. Yeah, okay. And double the duties. Motherfucker! Sorry. Is that understood? Both of them sighed and said, yes, Uncle, Dad. We're not mad that you fought them. Belle's dad spoke up. We're mad that you didn't talk to them at first. We tried to ignore him, but that little shit is a good mouth runner. He talked shit so much. Understandable. Like I said, your punishment: 1 week without training hunting monsters, double the duties of paperwork and activities around the mansion and in the paperwork aspect, and you will be training more with lower ranking members. We understand. Good. Now all of you go to bed. Sard, yeah, it's Sard. Sard turned around and walked into the building with Belle's father following him. Belle sighed and looked back at Ice and Tiona. Do you guys want to go back to your mansion, or are you gonna stay here tonight? I think I'm gonna stay here with you and Haruhime. Ice walked over and, well, had her, just hugging Belle by his side. You seem quite annoyed. You don't understand how annoyed I am. Okay then. Everyone walked inside and closes the gate behind them after everyone got inside, even their sacreds. In Apollo's familiar home, Apollo was looking at the report Apollo's simp captain. I know his name. Hyakinthos. Hyakinthos. That's his name, maybe? God, it's hard to pronounce. Apollo was looking at the paperwork. Good. We have a thing we can go with the Hestia Familia. And declare a war game. Sir, I don't think that's a good idea. One of the members that was in the bar spoke up, but the captain spoke. You will not speak if you're not preferred to. Why so? The man spoke after, being yelled at. Goddess Apollo, they're stronger. They're not level 4 or 5. They were holding back. And the two members of the Hestia Familia we accidentally pulled into the fight, they were also maybe at the same level. I don't believe that. We can just defeat them at the war game. Sir, that's enough. Hyakinthos said as he looked at the member that shut up. Outside of the door, two women was, looking into the conversation. I have a bad feeling about this. What are you talking about? I had a dream. Not this again. No, please. I saw it clearly. What's it about? A pretty lady with a sun behind her head looks forward at a hearth with many flames. But two monsters jumps out of it and attacks the lady and the sun, snuffing out and destroying both. You can't be serious. I've looked into the record of the monsters I have seen. Sorry, give me a moment. I've looked into the hunter's records after we were allowed to see them. She pulled out a picture of the monster. This is the monster, and I've never seen it before. I had this vision 2 days ago. The woman, orange-haired woman, or red-haired woman, looked at the picture at the monsters. So, why is this special? Both of them was walking down the hallway. Because those two that the Apollo Familia was fighting, Belle, Cranel, and Lucy, Romeo. I think that was the last name I gave Sard. Give me a minute. Sorry about that, I just had to do something. The two people that Apollo sent to, fight, Belle, Cranel, and Lucy Romeo. They're wearing that armor. Are you saying they're gonna trouble the Ishtar and Apollo Familia? Yes. We don't know what they have or what ability they do. I'm terrified, and I mean this. This is gonna happen. The woman looked into the other blue-haired woman's eyes, looking at her. And you are sure this is what you saw? Two of this monster jumping out of a hearth, attacking a pretty lady with a son behind her back. Yes! What could that mean if your prophetic dreams actually make sense? Ishtar and Apollo is gonna challenge the Hestia Familia with the two siblings, as they are called, the monster siblings, attacking us, defeating us. They're two people, probably level 4 or 5. Ishtar have a level 4 member. Fuck. Sorry. Something. The fuck was that? You think a level 4 or 5 can defeat the Ishtar Familia's captain? She has more experience than them. You don't understand. I am being serious here. These are just dreams. But do they? The woman looks into the other ones with panicked eyes. This is a clearer dream than I have in months, maybe even years since I have them. Why don't you understand this? Because they're dreams. A dream that accurately represent Hestia, the goddess of the hearth. Wait, that's her title? You didn't... The blue-haired woman just got more nervous and nervous. I'm saying that is gonna be the case. Sure, I have a bad feeling about attacking this familia as well. But what else can we do? I don't know, but I still have a bad feeling about this. Sure you do. Why don't you? Don't make fun of me. Yeah. The woman pats the blue-haired woman, the orange-haired or red-haired woman, pats the other woman's cheek and walk down the hall, with the blue-haired woman looking at her with a grim smile. The Hestia Familia is gonna defeat Ishtar and Apollo, and we can't stop it. And that is where I'm gonna leave this episode. I know it's short, but there's nothing much yet I have planned. I just wanted to start the series and everything else. And some little more info. The Q&A video is, well, I've put up a post where you can leave questions for me at a Q&A video. When it hits 20, I will make the video. You can leave 2 comments and no more. Is anything about the series? Any questions about how I, well, make these videos or something else? But if you want to leave a question, read the rules, please, so you understand what I will answer. If the post is something you have, if the comments is way overboard, I will leave I will answer it, but say I won't answer it in the video. So I hope you guys understand, and well, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. That is the most important one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Good morning, goodbye, farewell, see you later. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, my blue masks. Bye bye.